shirt, something like that. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the preseason week number 1 edition of Twits. Joining me once again from his palatial estate in Brownwood, Texas, with his 3 luxury sleds in the carport, Mr. Mike Paddock. How are you, sir?
Howdy. Good to be here and good to have football back.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a Thursday night here. We're rolling with 5 preseason games. San Diego and Seattle on ESPN at the moment. Yeah, so it's great to have the pigskin flying again, Mikey. How are things down in Brownwood?
It's hot.
You guys got any rain yet?
Nope, no rain yet.
No?
You're supposed to say, how hot is it?
Well, Mike, I was just down there. Once again, thank you for a awesome visit. Got in some, took in a Twins Rangers game, got some dolphin and some jet skiing in on Lake Brownwood. So I'm painfully aware of how hot it is down there. And thankfully that weather pattern has broken up here. We're getting down into the upper 50s and low 60s at night. So good football weather up here in Minnesota. So hopefully some of that will trickle down to you guys eventually.
I'll have to bring my parka when I come up there for the draft.
That's right. We got a draft coming up here in about 3 weeks, and after a 1 or 2 year hiatus, Mike, I can't remember.
I only missed one.
Only missed one. All right. So after a 1 year hiatus, it just seems like 2. You'll be back in the fold at Tim's house. So looking forward to that. Mike, why don't we break down some SFFL news and notes, as you can see by the icon right there. Yeah, let's talk about the draft, Mike. We got that coming up on Saturday, August 27th. A little change in venue this year. We're going to be doing at Tim Boncher's house in a little place I like to call Vandus Heights, Minnesota. We're going to kick that off, try and get everyone there about 12:30, Mike, and get all the computers aligned and stuff and ready for a 1 o'clock first selection by Greg Hodgson again, go figure. So yeah, that's coming up here very, very shortly. In terms of SFFL keepers, Mike, those are going to be set or need to be set by the start of the draft, so everyone please go out and log on and get your keeper set by draft date. Also, one other thing to do before the start of the draft is your league safe payment. I believe, Mike, when did that invite go out? About 2 weeks ago. Everyone should have gotten an invite for the 2011 version of League Safe.
Correct.
And there's also a direct link now under MySFFL to go out there and get that payment submitted. So if everyone could try and do that before the start of the draft, that'd be great. A couple of new minor site additions in the off-season, Mike. If you click on my profile now, you can add some links to, other fantasy leagues you might be in or anything else you want to add, and those will appear in the upper right-hand column of your SFFL page. So just kind of a handy little tool that you can do under the My Profile section now. Added some updated weather information to the games in the right-hand column on all pages. You'll also continue to get weather alerts during the season if any of your players are going to be impacted. Also, a direct link to the Twits archive, Mike. Fan favorite, I'm sure. If you want to go back and take a look at this or any previous episodes, you can do that now under MySFFL. Also, there's a link for that. Probably the biggest bit of news, Mike, in the SFFL, Thad and Amy are going to be combining their teams. So at present, a scant 3 weeks from draft day, the SFFL is down to 9 members. And we have one potential candidate that's going through our rigorous review process at the moment from Brownwood, Texas. But if anyone out there has any candidates who are are into the fantasy football deal and would be a good owner, please let me know. We'll definitely consider them also. But I'd like to have something squared away definitely within a couple of weeks of the draft here, so maybe mid to late next week, hopefully have our 10th member for 2011 on board. Last two things. One of the things that I'm proposing, and I didn't really think about this until after the summer meeting, but one of the things I would like to do is institute a system where the draft order for the following year's draft is determined by kind of what you do in the playoffs. And what I'm proposing is that right now 5 teams make the playoffs. Whoever wins the league will be picking 10th. Whoever finishes second will pick 9th, and so on and so forth. And that basically what I'm proposing also is that we take the bottom 5 teams, the teams that wouldn't make the playoffs now, and basically set them up in the same kind of bracket. This is going to prevent teams from just tanking it at the end of the year to get a playoff spot. Not that any of you would do that. So basically we'd have 2 5-team kind of playoff deals running. One would kind of be a consolation bracket, and whoever won that consolation bracket would get the 1 pick. Whoever finished second would get the number 2 pick, so on and so forth. And so that's what I'm proposing that we do, rather than kind of some of the statistical anomalies we've had with how a draft order has worked out over the past 8 years or so. I think this will probably be a little bit more fair and honestly get the bottom 5 teams a little bit more involved, maybe in the playoffs, a little more fun for the bottom 5 teams too. So I'm going to put a poll out on the SFFL site asking everyone to vote. So if you're in favor of something like this, go ahead and vote yes. If not, go ahead and vote no. We'll take a look and see what everyone thinks. Right now, with only 9 members, Mike, if everyone votes, we'll definitely have a non-tiebreaker situation, and we'll probably make that poll good for a couple weeks just to give everyone a chance to get out there and vote.
Do you realize you just said member and poll about 5 times in the last 3 minutes?
Yeah, and if you want to put together a little montage at the end of the night where I just go member poll, you just want to throw that up at the end, that's fine too. You're not putting this on YouTube, are you? And last thing, this year for premium access, with the exception of Greg, who's been grandfathered in because of his statistical research he did last year in the preseason. He's got a 2-year pass on the premium access, but for everyone else, what we're going to do is we're going to give a little password during these Twits episodes, and then that's going to be valid for the following week. So Mike, if anyone wants premium access for the preseason, the password is PACK, P-A-C-K. If you click on any one of the premium content items out there, it'll bring you to a place where you enter the password. You enter that, and then you'll have premium access for the entire week. So that's how we're going to do that going forward. All right, well, that was a lot of news and notes. It'll be nice to be able to get our draft done, put some players, and get our 10th member in here, and we'll have everything kind of wrapped up there with a nice little bow on it. Mike, let's take a look at everyone's tertiary favorite segment of the show. This is a little segment we like to call Chalk Talk. Normally I delve into the fantasy college, or not fantasy, but the college realm for these picks. But given the fact that we don't have any college games until September 1st, Mike, let's take a look at the preseason action going on this weekend, Mike. I'm going to give everyone the lock of the week here, and that's the St. Louis Rams, Mike. They're laying 7 points against the Indianapolis Colts, who are notorious for basically taking the preseason off, whether under Tony Dungy or anyone else. I think St. Louis is going to push hard to get their team a victory here and probably aggressively pursue the win. So I'm going to go St. Louis -7, Chalk Talk. Or I tell you what, Mike. Let's bypass everyone's favorite segment for a moment and move on to.
You know I'm going to edit all that out anyway.
Honestly, probably everyone's least favorite segment, game of the week. But it's big somewhere in the world. Game of the week, Mike. We're going to take a nationally televised game this week between the Green Bay Packers, your defending Super Bowl champs, and the Cleveland Browns. They're hooking up Saturday night in some preseason action on NFL Network. Who do you like in that one, Mike?
Well, I still like Green Bay because their quarterbacks are just too good. One thing I'm going to be looking for, however, is to see how Ryan Grant comes back. They got that rookie last year. James Starks did well in the playoffs. They'll be splitting time. And then you also have the revamped offensive line.
I think revamp's perhaps a bit of overkill, but yeah, we got some, you're probably looking at rookie left guard and a, pseudo-new right tackle, at least from the beginning of last year. So yeah, I mean, it is definitely got some changes in there. I doubt Jermichael Finley will probably see any action. I'm guessing they'll probably hold him out. And there'll be a couple minor changes on defense, I'm sure. So you like the Packers in that one?
I do.
Not so fast, my friend. I think Cleveland, after a very tight kind of first half, probably low scoring, is going to pull away. I believe Cleveland wins this by more than a touchdown at the end. So that's our preseason picks for game of the week. We'll see how that goes. Dog of the week, Mike. Any updates?
Yes, we have a dog of the week. What do you know?
Sweet. Let's hear the sounder and show the icon.
And I'm going back to one of my favorite dogs from last year.
Oakland?
Oh, I can't do that now. They're playing right now. They're kicking the crap out of Arizona. We're going with Detroit, who is a 4-point dog to Cincinnati.
4-point dog to Cincinnati, and you like the Lions to cover that one.
Yeah, I think the Lions are looking to show some muscle this year, and I think Cincinnati's kind of hurting, so I don't understand that line, but that's what I got in the quick lookup.
Excellent. All right, well, everyone, that is the preseason, as you can tell, Week 1 edition of Twits for everyone. Mike, as the intro told you, from the Minnesota side of things, anyway, tonight's Twits episode presented by Coors Light from the Minnesota side of things. How about down in Brownwood?
Down in Browntown, we are trying to beat the heat with a little summer shandy, the old Weiss beer brewed with honey with natural lemonade flavor.
Out of a can.
Out of a can.
I see you've gotten classy since you moved down there. All right. On that note, everyone, I will bid you all a fond good evening. Good to have football back, and looking forward to seeing everyone in a couple weeks at the draft. Anything else to add from Brownwood, Mikey?
Just say adios.
All right, adios, everyone. Good night.